गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम एमएससी फाइनल ईयर का जो पेपर 4 है उसमें टॉपिक है आपका सेल कल्चर टेक्निक्स जो है उसी के बारे में बात करते हैं। तो पहले हम ये जान लें कि सेल को कल्चर करने की आवश्यकता क्यों है और कौन सी टेक्निक से सेल को कल्चर किया जा सकता है। तो जैसे मान लीजिए कोई भी सेल है, जैसे हमारे हीमेटोपोइटिक सेल होती है, उसमें ऐसी कैपेसिटी होती है कि वह एक से अधिक प्रकार की कोशिकाएं बना सकती है। और किसी भी जीव में, ह्यूमन बीइंग में कोई सेल जो है वो डैमेज हो जाती है, तो इन सेल को यदि कल्चर किया हुआ होता है तो हम उनमें ट्रांसप्लांट कर सकते हैं। तो यहाँ पर सेल कल्चर टेक्निक है। और इसी तरह से हमारे आरबीसी है, डब्ल्यूबीसी है, ये सेल भी कल्चर की जा सकती है, जिस किसी भी एनिमल में ट्रांसफ़र कर सकते हैं जिससे कि इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाई जा सके। तो पहले हम यहाँ पर बेसिक बात करेंगे कि सेल कल्चर क्या है और क्यों ज़रूरत है इसकी। Essentially, cell culture involves the distribution of cells in an artificial environment in vitro, which is composed of the necessary nutrient, ideal temperature, gases, pH, humidity to allow the cell to grow and proliferate। जो सेल कल्चर है, सेल को कल्चर करने के लिए एक आर्टिफिशियल इन्वायरमेंट जिसे इन विट्रो कहते हैं में जो सेल के न्यूट्रिशन के लिए ज़रूरत होती है, आइडियल टेम्परेचर, पीएच, गैस, ह्यूमिडिटी जो उस फेवरेबल होती है, इसी कंडीशन में सेल ग्रो कर सकती है और डिवाइड हो सकती है। तो ये एनवायरनमेंट कैसे तैयार किया जाता है? तो सेल को कल्चर करने की दो यहाँ पर हमारे पास में विधि है। एक तो इन वीवो और एक इन विट्रो। इन वीवो मीन्स किसी जीव में ही, लिविंग बायोलॉजिकल सिस्टम में ही सेल को कल्चर किया जाता है, स्टडी की जाती है। इन विट्रो में जैसे लैब कंडीशन है, उसमें हम सेल को कल्चर कर सकते हैं। इन विवो व्हेन द स्टडी इन्वॉल्व्स लिविंग बायोलॉजिकल एंटाइटीज विद इन द ऑर्गेनिज्म। टेक्निक in vitro techniques, when the study is conducted using biological entities, cell, tissue, etc., that has been isolated from their natural biological environment. For example, tissue or cell isolated from the liver and kidney, whereas piece of tissue can be put in the appropriate culture to produce cells that can then be used for culture. Explant culture cell from tissue. Soft tissues can be obtained through enzymatic reactions such as enzymes as trypsin, protein are used to break down the tissue and release the desired cell. When cells have been obtained directly from the organism, animal tissue, or even plant tissue through enzymatic or mechanical techniques, such as cells are referred to as a primary cell. However, cells that continue to proliferate indefinitely after the first subculture under special conditions are referred to as cell lines. Next, these particular cells tend to have been passes, passed passaged for a long period of time, which causes them to acquire homogeneous, similar genotypic and phenotypic traits. Morphology, based on their appearance, cell in culture can be categorized into three main groups. First is fibroblastic, second is epithelial, and third is lymphoblast. Fibroblastic, these include cells that tend to be bipolar, multipolar with elongated shape. These cells are attached to the substrate as they grow. Epithelial, like cells, attain a polygonal shape with regular dimension, although they tend to grow in discrete patches. These cells also grow attached to the substrate. Lymphoblast, these cells are usually spherical in shape, do not attach to the surface of the substrate. As a result, they are grown in suspension. For solid plates, solidifying agents such as agar are used, whereas the liquid media is used with agars. Signification of cell culture. Cell culture is an important technique in both cellular and molecular biology, given that it provides the best platform for studying the normal physiology and biochemistry of cells. Cell is the basic structural, functional, and biological unit of all living things. In order to understand an organism or given tissue, it is important to understand how its cell work. Through cell culture, this becomes possible especially due to the fact that the primary cell resemble the parental cell from the original tissue. Whatever is learned about the cell in vitro is representative of what is happening to the organism and tissue. This makes cell culture significantly important for vaccine development, screening, drugs, etc., and diagnosis of given disease conditions. Next, next is these particular cells. Given that different type of cell require different environment for proliferation, there are different type of media used for culture such as serum free media and serum containing media among others. When the right requirement have been provided, the cell will increase in number and may form colonies which can then be easily seen and identified. However, all these require that the purpose of the procedure be understood. Having a good understanding of what the procedure is meant to achieve, it becomes easier to prepare the culture with the right components. By understanding what the procedure is aimed for, the researchers will know whether to prepare a selective media which allow for a specific cell to grow, or differentiate media allowing for different type of cells to grow. First is primary cell culture. Cell culture is a process where cell, animal or plant cells are removed from the organism and introduced into an artificial environment with favorable conditions for growth. This allows for researchers to study and learn more about the cell. There are three major types of cell culture which include primary cell culture, secondary cell culture and cell line. Here we shall focus on only primary cell culture. There are two types of primary cell culture. First is adherent cells, also referred to an encouraged dependent cells. These are the type of cells that require attachment for growth. Adherent cells are immobile and obtained from such organs as kidneys. Suspension cells, these are the type of cells that do not require attachment in order to grow. They are therefore also referred to as encouraged independent cells and include such cells as lymphocytes found in blood system. In primary cell culture, cell obtained from such parental tissue, living tissue as the liver and kidney are introduced into suitable media for growth. Once the cell have been obtained, they can either be cultured as explained culture, suspension and monolayer. In primary cell culture, the cell must have been obtained from the parental and living tissue, that is, they are not from another culture process. Before the cell are cultured, they are first subjected to enzymatic treatment for dissociation. However, has to be for a minimal amount of time to avoid damaging or killing the cell. Once single cells are obtained, they are then appropriately cultured in media to allow them to grow, divide, or reach the desired number. Initially, the culture tend to be heterogeneous in that it's composed of different type of cells obtained from the tissue. Although this can be maintained through the in vitro process in a culture in suitable media, this would only be for a limited period of time. Through the transformation process, the primary cell may be used for a long period of time, changing the culture over time. These cells are referred to as continuous cell line. However, primary cells are typically referred over continuous cell lines because of the fact that they are more similar physiologically to in vivo cells from the living tissues. In addition, continuous cell line may result in may undergo certain changes, phenotypic, genotypic changes, which would result in discrepancies during analysis. As such, they cannot be used to determine what is happening to the in vivo cells. It's for this reason that primary cells are preferred. Given that the primary cells significantly resemble the cell obtained from living tissue, they are important for research purpose in that they can be used to study their function, metabolic regulation, cell physiology, development, defect, and condition affecting the tissue of interest.